Hello, John.
Hello, Walter.
Today we're going to talk about Sean Spicer. He was raised a Catholic, he's of Irish descent, and he used to work for Donald J. Trump. He was on the Late Late Show recently, and you're not happy with Ryan Tubridy. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yes, Sean Spicer, as an Irish descendant, as his name would clearly indicate. As a matter of fact, there was a famous bakery there, and regretfully they're gone because of the multiples that we have in the country. Spicer's Bakery. I wonder was he a relative of theirs.
So is Spicer an Irish name?
Yes, there was Spicer's Bakery in Navan, and the bread was lovely.
Oh, okay.
It's closed now several years, but it was a great bakery and going for donkey's years.
Okay.
And we used to buy the bread, Spicer's. It was lovely bread.
Why are you not happy with Ryan Tubridy?
Well, I'm certainly not happy with the interview that he did with Sean Spicer and the Late Late Show there in the past couple of weeks in January 2018. Sean Spicer, as I say, was an Irish, his parents or his grandparents or somebody was Irish, and he has an Irish name, and of course his Christian name, Sean, couldn't be more Irish. My name is John, Sean in Irish, so I'm proud of that name. Now,
and he was raised a Catholic.
And he was raised a Catholic, which he said. He wasn't asked that, and I think the phrase that Ryan Tubridy used was, I'll take that into account, as if it was of no account. He said it in such a manner as if it was no account. But the thing about Sean Spicer is, he was press spokesman for President Trump for 6 months. And as he said himself, he made a bit of a bloomer at one stage, and he's no longer press spokesman for President Trump. But he did a marvellous job during the period he was at it. But before that, he must have been a well-known journalist. He must have got a university education. He must be from some part of America, Boston or somewhere, we don't know. What I'm saying is the interview that Mr. Ryan Tubridy did on the Late Late Show, as far as I was concerned, was both ignorant and abusive and unnecessary. You show courtesy to a guest. That is the normal, mannerly thing to do. But of course we know that RTÉ, television and radio have an agenda.
So
agenda is.
I've seen the interview and I thought it was quite unfriendly, but and I think maybe you do too, that he should have been more impartial.
Well, first of all, aside from being impartial, like if I was interviewing Sean Spicer, which I wish it was, the first thing I'd want to know is, first of all, where did his ancestors come from this part of the country? Because I mentioned Spicer's of Navan. Perhaps he was from Navan and County Meath, his father. Perhaps his mother from another place. This is the sort of information I would have liked to have known. Where had his brothers and sisters? What was he? He was a press spokesman for President John Trump, which is a marvellous job to have. So he was obviously well qualified. Where did he go to school? What school did he go to? Catholic, I presume. University. Where did he work as a journalist? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I could find out if I looked up the internet and find out all about Sean Spicer. But it should have been Mr. Tubridy should have been able to ask those questions and leave the fact that he was press spokesman. If he didn't think it was an honour, then don't abuse him for that privilege. We know that the RTÉ is one of the few, well, not one of the few, maybe one of the media outlets or media organisations that are anti-Trump. It's well known, including the blinking radio as well, and including News Talk in the form of Mr. Pat Kenny and other spokespeople that they have on that. I mean, they're disgraceful. We have 30 million Irish Americans that claim Irish descent in the USA. Have they no respect for them? Have they no respect for the people in this country that have a great admiration for the USA? This is the sort of nonsense that we get from this media that we have in this country, and I think they're doing us all a disservice.
Thank you very
Politicians should let them know about that and not be sort of kowtown to them and think that they represent public opinion. That, as a matter of fact, they don't represent opinion at all. They try to set the agenda in that department.
Thank you very much, John.
Thank you very much, Oliver.